Is this the end of the big three with Brooklyn? Now, James Harden is frustrated with Kyrie Irving, and it could impact the Nets' future, allegedly. Now, if you're here for the first time, definitely welcome. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you can see when the videos are coming out. But I wanted to talk about this real quick. It's hard to keep great players together. It's hard to keep great workers together. If you look at the industry that people's in, there's so many people just leaving jobs right away. In the real world, I think people last at their jobs for about 5 years and they move on. You know, in the basketball world, there's changes happening all the time. A lot of these organizations, there's only 32 teams in the league, 32 jobs, and they're jumping around these jobs trying to win the championship. And there's only one winner every year. Now, the question is, could James Harden Brooklyn honeymoon be ending? Now, these reports are not confirmed by Harden. Harden basically said he's not thinking about leaving. And if James Harden wanted to look at his future, now this definitely could be a business move. But the Nets they failed to lock Harden up for the long term extension by October 18th deadline, and he may be testing out the free agency waters. Now, there's rumors saying that he wants to go to Philadelphia because of Harden's pre-existing relationship with 76ers president Daryl Morey. That might be a good fit for him, with Embiid. So, and Harris. So there's rumors of that, but the article basically explains that Harden is frustrated, because they're losing and they're better than that. And he's frustrated with the inconsistent play from their point guard. If you think about it, which I do support Kyrie Irving, there's no guarantees. If you go in the playoffs and you only can play home games, and the way things are going, you may play a team that has, home court advantage, and you won't be available. And then you look at Kevin Durant, he's not playing every game, and Harden is just frustrated because he has to play by himself, in a sense, So it's very frustrating for him. Now, according to the article, it said despite the Nets presenting a unified front of public support for Kyrie Irving, organizational sources said Harden is irritated by his teammate part-time status. Now, Bleacher Report not only confirmed Harden's frustration with Irving, but suggests he could wind up elsewhere this summer due to being disappointed by Steve Nash rotation and not enjoying life in the city. Who wants to move to New York? Think about that. That's another thing. New York have all these mandates. LA has all these mandates, and he can't enjoy his life. When he was in Houston, he was out there hanging at the clubs, wearing no mask and different things like that. But now it's a whole different ball game because of the mandates there. So, talking about reports, I don't know about any report. Did you guys hear it from me? Harden asked rhetorically after recording a triple-double in the Nets' 106-96 loss to the Lakers. When pressed on the specifics, cold, high taxes, inconsistent rotation, Harden said, "I don't know about any report. Of course I'm frustrated because we're not healthy. There's a lot of inconsistencies for whatever reason. Injuries, COVID, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's frustrating." Also, he says, I think everyone in the organization is frustrated because we're better than what our record is, and we should be on our way up. That's all it is. I don't know anything about any report. If you didn't hear from me, I don't talk to nobody. I have an agent. If you don't hear it from me, then it's a report. So I'm frustrated because I want to win and I'm a competitor. It's pretty simple. Now, I hear that, and I think it's all about basketball. I do agree with what he's saying. Again, you got high taxes, you got this big contract, but all your money's going to the state. You can't play with your best player because of the state. I would get out of there too. James Harden, go. Maybe you can get a trade with Ben Simmons in the offseason or something, and you go to Philly. Go somewhere else, man. But these Democrat cities is trash, and I wouldn't play for them either. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are waking up when it comes to COVID. I think they're waking up and saying that the government has been lying to the people, and they're waking up. So they're like, well, I'm not going to be stuck in this city, can't do nothing, and we're losing. But anyway, what you think about James Harden and his frustration with Brooklyn? You think he's frustrated with Kyrie Irving? Leave a comment below, and I'll see you on the next video.